What's up, YouTube? It's the Dawn, where shit gets real. And today, we're going to be talking about this infinite CLT version 3 bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. This is a clone company, but I think somebody cloned the clone company. This shit is the most jankiest shit I ever purchased. To make a long story short, I am so guilty of late at night lurking or trolling fast tech. It's just a habit. It's another one. I forget the name. FO something. I forget the name of it. I'm trolling all those websites at night and I bought this one. So without keep rambling on, I'm just going to dive up close and show you this. Before I show you this, look at this. I'm holding the top cap and I'll just shake a little bit. It comes right off. Now, I'm just telling you how janky this thing is. This is the most jankiest piece I've ever bought from Fast Tech. Let me take a toke. Man, put out some clouds though, but it's the janky shit. That's because the airflow's like stuck open. Let me take another toke. That's a cloud for me. I know y'all probably saying they baby clouds, but for me, that's a big ass cloud. So without keep rambling on, let's just dive up close and check out this fucking clone of a clone. Alright, here we go with the bullshit. Alright, so let me try to autofocus this shit. And let's get down. Alright, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Alright, bam. Alright, so here's the deck. Alright, let's start off with the deck. Okay? So it's got a 3-post design with these long ass flat head screwdrivers. Okay? So look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna try my best. Let me zoom back out to try to show you guys the problem here. Okay, so see this screw right here? See how cockeyed it is? This one right here. It's a little cockeyed, right? Okay, the problem is to get these screws started, they basically have to be backed all the way out, all right? I mean, to have some room in there to stick your wire, it has to be backed all the way out because the hole in this area, there's no space. These holes should have been down here a little bit so that you can still have, some threads to catch. So let me try to, I'm going to cause us the problem. So when you go in there straight like that, you see how cockeyed it gets? See how cockeyed it gets? And this ends up hitting your positive post and you get shorts. So I kept tightening it up and leaving it, when I put it all together, it would be nice and straight like so. It's all cockeyed. And then when you put the top on it, this right here would just push over like that. See how that just pushed over? And this one's the same way, it just pushes over. So all three of them are touching because it's not enough threads for this thing to catch on. So let me back this out. It's the craziest, jankiest shit I've ever seen. I'll get this one back right. This one just don't want to play nice at all. So the threads are all fucked up in there. At any point I can just push it and it just pops over. Every time. Or I can just push it back over. It's the jankiest shit. It's the most unsafe shit that I've ever seen in my life. Okay, let's move on. Okay, so these screws, it looks like other ones came with Phillips head. This janky shit came with flat heads. It even came with some replacements, okay? So, the juice well, it's not big at all. But, with these types of RDA, this is for clouds. You're not going to have a big old juice well. All right, so now let's look at the fitment between this chamber and this. This right here, it's so... If I shook this hard enough, it would come off. It doesn't. These O-rings suck. Okay? I'm going to go through this really quick because this is some bullshit. Now, this part, trying to get this apart, let me grab my pliers because I can't get it apart. I can never get it apart. This shit is crazy. Now I got it. Okay, so this, once you stick it in here, it's like stuck. It's stuck. Now I've taken off an O-ring. I took off the top O-ring. I took off both O-rings, and when you stick it in there, it's just stuck. Now I'm thinking that this is bent or this is bent, but when you stick it in there, I'm looking for, you know, space where it's bent, and it's no space. You know, like it's like an oval, like, you know, I can see some sunlight or something, and I can't. But when you spin it, like, it's free right here, it's tough right here, free, tough. It's like a lot of friction. Okay, so it just sucks. Okay, so let me just put it on here, and it's gonna be stuck on here once I put it down here. So let me put it down. It's stuck. I cannot. I mean, it's hard as hell to turn. So when you turn it, as you can see, it's hard as shit to turn. I mean, it's hard as hell to turn. Okay. So there's no adjusting your airflow without getting frustrated. Okay, so here we go. Let's work to the top. All right, so look how big, you know, that is. That's pretty big. And it's got these adapters. Okay, so this is the box it came in. I think this is even a clone box. All right, so it's got these adapters. Get all this bullshit out. Okay, so this one right here goes in if you just want to go big bore, big wide bore, right? So I'm not going to screw it all the way down because I'm going to show you the other one as well. All right. So I'm assuming you screw that all the way down, and then you stick this on it. It's got to be down some more. Then you stick that on it, and then you have your wide bore drip tip, okay? Which is kind of cool. Now, if you want, you know, a regular drip tip, you take that adapter out. And these threads, these plastic threads, is buttery smooth. You stick this one in. And now you can stick a regular drip tip. Now the drip tip that came with it is not bad. You know, it's not a bad little drip tip. But here's the thing: once you stick the regular drip tip in it, you still got to rock this big old piece. Okay. Some of them come with glass ones, but yeah, that's how that looks. So now when you stick your drip tip on it, I mean, when you go to vape it, your lips are still hitting this. It's kind of awkward. So if you don't, it's like this, and it looks kind of crazy. So yeah, I don't know. This one to me is just janky all the way around. Let's work to the bottom. All right, the bottom, it's got an adjustable 510. Looks like it's copper. When I undo it, this doesn't spin. But hell, you still don't get a short from up here. Look at that. Look at that. It's touching. This screw is bent over touching this screw. It's the craziest thing in the world. And the threads are all fucked up. I know you say, well, you know, just get it tight, ratchet it down. Yeah, and ratchet it down, the threads are still fucked up. It'll go out that way, and it'll scrape this thing. It's just crazy. It's just a janky ass fucking piece. Maybe somebody can put some different screws in there, or maybe drill some more holes in there, or you can just buy another one. Okay? But I'm definitely giving this bad boy away. All right, that's all I wanted to show you up close, and that's it. I'm done with this janky shit. I'm not vaping on it anymore. I'm going to clean that bitch up and put it in a box and send it to that guy's name that I said last week. Dude, you got a week to get in touch with me. Then I'm going to start naming somebody's name every day until somebody says, I want it. But I'm going to give this dude a week, so don't tell me you want it today. I'll definitely let you know if that dude doesn't get in touch with me within the week, within that time period. Because I'm getting rid of that shit. And once you get it, you're responsible for it. Because that's some bullshit. I don't like it at all. But anyway, I'm done with that. I'm not even going to vape on it no more. I'm mad that I got that good. I had some Magnum on it by Opus. I'm mad that I dripped what I dripped on it to show you guys. That's some bullshit. I'll be vaping on this Lemo throughout the rest of this video. speaking of this Lemo, I'm gonna show you guys a little tidbit trick. I hope I can get it on camera. Let me see if I can bring this a little closer. All right. First, it's two things. First, see the two part of the chimney. My juice line is like almost right there. But it's a two part chimney in there. Okay, and you can see a little space where it's not tightened all the way. There's like a little, it looks like you can see the O-ring in there if there was an O-ring in there. But it's just not tightened all the way down. I just snug it up to where it's snug. And usually that's where you can see space where it's not together. Because if you tighten it all the way down, that little rubber gasket on the bottom is going to start deforming and block your juice well. Well, here's a way to test to see if your juice well is being blocked. First thing you want to do, close off your airflow. Close it off, all right? With the Lemo2, it's got a two rubber, two little rubber, I can't even think right now, O-rings. So what you want to do is just seat one of them, okay? It's bubbling. Okay, so once you seat one of them, now you want to take your finger and plunger it. Okay, I hope you can see that. There's a little bubble on the bottom that I'm controlling. It's right in the middle. By just plunging it. See it? I'm moving up and down, making that bubble. I done lost it. Now it's gonna go all the way up because I let the air in. But if you do that and you see that bubble, you can control that bubble. That means your juice flow, your juice channels are not blocked, okay? And you should be able to see it on both sides. If you only can see it on one side and just a tad on the other side, that's fine because that side is just letting a little bit more. It's going to be hard to get it perfect. But if you don't see anything, that means it's blocked. And if it's like really hard to get that done, you might got too much cotton in there. Go back and look at my video on the school time to wick or whatever. Now, the school time to wick, whatever that title is, it's just for K-Fun style sub-ohm tanks, running at high wattages. If you're running a K-Fun, 3 or whatever, the old style K-Fun, and you're running 50-50 juice, keep doing what you're doing. This ain't for that. This is for high wattage, thicker juice, to help it wick right. But let me take another tool. Man, that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up real quick. Oh, you know what? I shouldn't even. You know what? Fuck it. It's my channel. I can talk about whatever I want to talk about. I was in here working, and TV's on in the other room, and I hear, Mike Huckabee, whatever his name is, something Huckabee. I think it's Mike Huckabee, Mark Huckabee, something like that. He's running for office. So he gets on there, right? And I'm sitting here working. I'm writing up a contract, and I hear him say, "Oh, yeah, my daddy got me a rifle when I was 13 or whatever age he was. I think it was 13. And I still got it to this day. It might have been a Daisy or some kind of 22 rifle, whatever it was. I still got it to this day and it's pristine. And, throughout all my years, I never thought about shooting anyone." And I said, what the fuck did he just say? He never thought about shooting anyone. The fuck? You better keep it real. Because he's over 40. When you're a kid, you think about shooting somebody old. When you know better, when you become 18, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 25, 30, 35, 40, you have thoughts of shooting people. I'm not saying, I wake up in the morning, I say, I'm going to go to the mall and shoot everybody. No. But somebody in your life has made you upset, or you've seen somebody on TV and you say, you know what? Just jokingly, or, you could mean it, but you've mentioned it, and I could shoot him in his head. I could shoot him. When they flew them planes into the building, how many people joined the military to get back at, who, those people that hurt America? You're taking that shit too far. You trying to sound like a goody two-shoe. Keep that shit real. But anyway, I ain't even got to worry about Mr. Huckabee because you know what? Mr. Huckabee ain't got the swag to be the fucking president. He ain't going to get enough votes. I can predict that right now. To be the president, I shouldn't be talking politics. I tell you what, he ain't gonna be the president. He ain't. He ain't. It's just not gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. We are not gonna put that dude in office. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but he ain't got. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. He ain't got the right image. He ain't got no swag to him. And I know you're probably saying, swag to be the president? No, it's not swag to be the president. It's just the way you present yourself. You present yourself like this sloppy dude. You ain't if you could be the sloppy dude and have all the right things to say, and you could be that, well put together dude, dress nice, look nice, talk okay, and have mediocre things to say. They'll look at you before they look at the sloppy dude. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but it's true. It's America. That's we judge things on looks. I don't know why, but that dude he started off lying. So let me just stick to the line. That joker thought about shooting somebody. I know he did, because everybody did. Even if it was for a split second, you did. Don't even sit there and say, "Oh, I ain't never thought about hurting nobody." I think he even said hurting somebody. The fuck? Did you go to school? When we was kids, we used to fight every goddamn day. I know I did. Well, maybe some of you guys didn't. Some of you guys grew up in, nice gated communities, and, you went to school and you played fucking badminton, soccer, and all that good shit. But, some of us went to school, in the concrete jungle, and, we had to fight, so, even kids, in Ivy League schools, they be fighting. They be fighting at Harvard. They be fighting. People fight. People disagree, whatever. I'm start talking about politics. We shouldn't be talking about politics on the vape channel unless we're trying to do some advocacy. And speaking of advocacy, I'm supposed to be going to DC. And I talked to some guy, and the guy said, because I was worrying about what I should say. The guy was like, look, just relax. Say whatever you want to say. You only got 3 minutes. So shit, I was like, okay, 3 minutes. I can think of something to say for 3 minutes. I won't tell him, hey, this is the dawn where shit get real. I won't do that. I'll think of something to say. Let me take a toke. Here I am, start rambling again. Supposed to have been about this janky ass fucking infinite CLT bullshit. This shit is so fucking whack, man. Listen, my old lady's been mad at me for like a week, right? So right now I'm like strong. I'm like really strong. Cause at night, when it's time to go to bed, that's all that's happening. We just getting Z's. Ain't nothing, no fun is happening at night for like the last week or so. Cause she been mad at me. So right now I'm kind of strong, and I still can't fucking turn this thing to save my life. Now, if I was getting action and I couldn't turn, I was like, okay, I know why I'm so weak right now. But shit, right now I'm strong as shit. I could lift a fucking tree out the ground, the roots and everything. I'm so frustratedly strong. Let me stop. Let me take a toke. So, I told you about CLT. Told you about little tricks with the Lemo. Thing's wicking now. It's a wicking machine. I told you about Mr. Huckabee. So I'm gonna wrap it up. If you know somebody that's on the stinkies, especially somebody that you see, 2-3 times a week, and they smoke, give them your old equipment. Say, hey, look, hey, Billy, or hey, Shawana, or hey, Lucy, or hey, Mercedes. Hey, here's this vaporizer. It stopped me from smoking. And, my wife or my husband used to tell me I used to stink like shit, smell like an ashtray. That's a polite way of saying that you stink. Tell them how you used to stink. Give them the old equipment. Explain the battery safety. Whatever device you give them, make sure you tell them how to turn it on, how to turn it off. If you're giving them a device with like a Clearo on it, set the watch for them and tell them, hey, don't mess with this. Tell them there's a whole bunch of different flavors. You know, if you don't like this one, they got a whole shit ton of them. You know, don't tell them, hey, once you start vaping, you're going to be spending money left and right. You're going to be buying all kind of shit. Don't tell them that. Don't tell them that. First, get them off the cigarettes. You know, tell them, hey, borrow this for a week. Check back with me in a week. You know, maybe and see how it is. 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes. So when that week goes by and they say, oh man, I like this. When Shawana say, oh, where you get this at? Or where can I get these? You know, try to persuade Shawana, Shaquita, Billy, Ralph, Sam, whoever the hell you dealing with. Try to convince them to get, you know, a battery or box mod, you know, like a 20-watt box mod. Don't tell them to go get that pen, because you know, get them something that they can grow. They can grow on. Like they can still put that, you know, cheap $10 Clearo or $15 Clearo on that 20-watt mod. Just turn the watts down. But as they progress, they don't have to go out and buy another Addy and a battery. Get them the battery. Get them a 20-watt, 30-watt. You can still get them fairly cheap, under $50. You can get a fucking Smoke Pro M80 for $50. They got 80 watts, and that thing vapes down to 7 watts. So you don't have to get them that one, but you can get them. You know, try to persuade them to get a box with some variable wattage control, and 9 times out of 10 they're gonna say yeah, and just get one person off the stinkies, and I'm sure that person would try to get somebody else off the stinkies. But anyway, let me stop rambling on. I done rambled on too much. I guess the best part of this video was trying to show you how to get your Lemo to wick right. This thing is it's steady wicking. It's just sitting there just wicking. People say they don't wick right. This thing wicks like a dream to me. Let me take a toke. Wicks like a dream. And right now, I'm vaping this thing kind of high. I think I got it at 510 degrees. Yep. Past the burning point of cotton. 40 joules, and it's a 0.06 ohm coil. Now my IPv4, I got a notification that it's in the mail, so I can't wait to get that. It should come today. It might be in the mailbox. So I'm gonna go check this mailbox, and until the next time, pay it forward.